I'm in my family friend's home, Miriam Haj Ahmed, the girl I used to go to the park with and do homework with. We both attend college now, but one thing separates us. She's raising a 1-year-old. We're here celebrating his first birthday. Everyone's very excited, especially Miriam. It's been a tough year, raising a kid and going to college. She's 30 years old and attending Pace University for her master's degree in biology education. Being a college student is a struggle enough on its own, and being a mother is challenging itself, so I can only imagine what this past year has been like for her doing both.
I used to write my papers with him sleeping in my lap or and breastfeeding. And then there's times where I come home and I'm like ready to pass out and he's still up and wanting to go. That was like hard.
The only time she missed a class was when she got a C-section.
It doesn't turn late assignments in, even if you have a baby as an excuse.
Miriam is one of many parents raising children while also attending college. A study by the Institute for Women's Policy Research shows that 1 in 4 undergraduate college students have children.
One of them is my mom. She's what inspired this podcast. Now that I'm a college student myself and have seen the completely different experiences we've had, I wanted to hear from others going through similar situations. We'll hear from my mom later. My name is Marwa Muwaki.
And I'm Catherine Troynowski. Among that large percentage of students, a study published in the Journal of Higher Education shows that college students with preschool-aged children take longer to complete their degrees and are less likely to stay in college than their peers without children.
Yeah, that's her house right there.
We're standing outside of Clarice Rudolfo's house in suburban Jamaica, Queens. It's a quiet block with rows of single-family houses. Clarice is a senior communications major at St. John's University, who is also raising a 1-year-old.
Hi. Hey, how are you? Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Marwa.
I'm Clarice.
Yes.
Hi. And your name is? Kat.
Nice to meet you.
Clarice's daughter, Kyla, is sitting in front of a TV watching cartoons. She's wearing a purple shirt that says Tiny Human. It's clear that she's well taken care of.
Yeah, just take them off. You can leave them here. Well, I feel like one of the biggest challenges is when I was pregnant, I think, because I was still going to school the first half of my pregnancy.
The second half of her pregnancy was more difficult, so she decided to take some online classes and go back in the fall.
I actually was very blessed to have a lot of help from my parents through the whole process, especially my mom too, because she really values like school and education, and so she really, when I first announced, like when I told her about the pregnancy, she really wanted me to finish school, and so mostly she was my main motivation to finish.
Even with a good support system, it's nothing short of difficult.
And it's just being in class and just like having the feeling of not being with my daughter is really hard. Even though I know that I'm doing this for her, like, to make a better future for myself and for her, it's still hard, when I know I'm not at home, like watching her and like missing some moments. It could be hard. You want to be interviewed? You do?
Elizabeth Krappa is also a mother who went to college while raising her child. She also celebrated her daughter's birthday recently, except there is a minor difference. Her daughter just turned 21.
Oh, I just went for 2 years, but it seems like 4. That's why I still have the college offer. Us as a student who graduate as associated, they all offer them that we can, stay for another additional 2 years. But I said, no, I'm done. It's enough. I couldn't do that anymore. For 4 years is definitely a long time.
I noticed one thing all these moms had in common. They just wanted to spend time with their kids.
I was leaving 7 in the morning, and then I remember my last class was 10. I think, and then a little bit. I was home like a little bit before midnight or after 11, something like that. It was a lot of hours, and that's about it. I didn't see her for 5 days, week. I barely saw her.
It's just nice that it's over, and I have my mom back in a different way, and also it just shows like how strong we all are.
That's Agatha Krappa, Elizabeth's daughter. Although it was a difficult time for both of them, Agatha is proud of her mom.
Well, for one, I was really proud of her because she always talked about wanting to be a nurse and working with children. So it was like, oh yeah, mom, like get those dreams, you know? So I was really proud of her.
My mom, Hafida Zitouni, also went to school while raising me, my brother, and my sister. I relate to what Agatha said about her mom. I wouldn't give up my mom's success for anything. I'm so proud of her, but times were really, really hard.
Oh, there were many challenges. Um, One of them is not having anyone that could help me with my children, whether at home, like staying with them when I'm in school, or whether just having someone to have food for them or anything. This was a really challenging thing for me.
I remember my house being a mess, ordering food constantly because my mom just didn't have time to cook anything. I remember feeling so alone. I also remember my mom getting really, really sick all the time.
And not having anybody with me, like not even a mom or a sister or even friends to support me, besides me, my husband, and my three children. Like one of the things that I went through was being sick every single month, either me or one of my children. I went through pneumonia, even shingles when I was in my 30th, and that all of these were happening just before my finals. But I did not stop. I kept going. I tried extremely hard, and every time I felt that I need to stop, I was looking at my kids, and I was 5 years from now, what am I gonna accomplish? So that kept me going.
Hearing all of these struggles, I can't help but wonder, does she regret those years of her life? Was it even worth it?
Looking back, I'm so thankful that I did not stop. I'm so thankful that I continued. Now I've been teaching now for 5 years. I still take classes. I have my master's degree. I can support my family. I just bought a house last year, and the accomplishment is basically going even more. Like every year, I feel even better than the year before.
The one thing I know helped my mom, since nobody was there to help us, was the Learning Center. All 16 CUNYs have a Learning Center so parents can attend their classes if nobody's able to watch their kids. We visited the one at Baruch College, located just a few blocks from campus.
Lorraine Mondesir is the director of the Baruch College Early Learning Center. Although she has only worked there for about 2 years, she knows what an important resource the center is for student parents.
We offer low-cost, high-quality childcare. Parents who might not otherwise be able to attend school are able to attend college and are able to graduate, stay in school and graduate. Sometimes, most of the times in a timely fashion. So they're able to drop their children off at school, go to school, and then come back.
The program currently offers support to 15 student parents, and although children aren't able to spend time with their parents while they attend classes, the center puts a focus on family.
Our family is an important part of our center, of our curriculum, and we have family events, we include families in everything that we do, and in also looking at how their children are learning at the center. And we are really here for everyone in the community.
Early learning centers are definitely a huge help for people like my mom, who don't have anyone at home to watch their kids. If it weren't for the daycare, my mom wouldn't have been able to take Saturday classes and get her degree.
We've had parents who said wouldn't have been able to graduate without having childcare here on near campus. We've had parents with challenges that we've helped to seek support for their children, and their children graduate leaving sort of in a better position than if they didn't have the services.
Having a college degree is a huge milestone. So is becoming a parent. When these two milestones merge, keeping up with both is a challenge.
It was very special to see my mom graduate in particular. Like being at the graduation was very, very heartwarming, just seeing her run across the stage like, yes, I did it, was just like, I wouldn't give that up for anything. And she deserved all the success that came to her from all the hard work that she did.
My mom's graduation was an amazing feeling. I felt weight lifted off my shoulders, and I saw the weight lifted off my mother's shoulders, which I felt she deserved more than anyone else in her class, seeing what she went through.
My kids, they know that I honestly did it for them.
Sorry, I just want to give you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
My mom happened to sugarcoat a lot of her experience. She never mentioned how her marriage suffered, or how her pneumonia almost killed her. And when it came time for me to apply to colleges, I refused after seeing how my mom suffered. But then something switched. I realized how my mom's degree opened so many doors for her, and I remembered life before she got her degree. It still wasn't perfect, and I realized this. If my mom was able to graduate while raising 3 kids, I can definitely graduate and make her proud, the same way she made me feel when she walked across the stage of the College of Staten Island.
Although I can't exactly personally relate to these experiences, speaking to these people made me realize how different people's college experiences can be. We all sit next to each other in the same classrooms and study for the same exams, but the reality is that the hard work does not end there for some of our peers. We would like to thank the student parents featured in this podcast for sharing their stories and the Early Learning Center for their time and help. We would also like to thank Creative Commons for providing music for this podcast. Thank you for listening.